Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today guys, checking out Batwoman Season 1 Episode 2 entitled...
The Rabbit Hole.
Rabbit Hole. Okay, it ties in with Alice and all that. So overall I think the first episode, I think we both enjoyed it. It's way better than that first trailer for sure. And I'm surprised that right away at the end of the first episode, they kind of show where Kate's like, oh, my long-lost sister, who I thought was dead all these years, is actually Alice. But that's not her real name. But she kind of figured it out. Based off the jewel that was on her necklace.
It was on that, like,
and yeah,
weapon.
The little thing she was swishing around. It seems I'm one of the only people that really likes the prototype suit. I know that eventually we'll see the upgraded suit. We'll eventually get to Elseworlds in the timeline. But I like the prototype suit. Some shots, the headpiece is a little too big, but yeah. But here's the true test, because pilots give you a sense of the show, but then once they're picked up, how do they go about episode 2? Because the pilot could be fantastic, and then the next episode it just, because they shoot those months before they continue in shooting the second episode. So we'll see how much has changed from episode 1 to episode 2. I don't think there was any recasting. I don't know too much about like what really has changed, but we'll see. We'll see. And they had a different ratio in shooting it, because it looked a little different. Like the little black bars, I noticed it. I don't think you did. But these little tiny black bars on the top and bottom. And when I was going to edit it that night, I had to use a different sizing to put it in the corner of the video. So I guess that's a thing. I'm not really sure. But I'm excited. I'm interested. See what they're going to do. Second episode. You ready?
I'm ready.
I think we're ready. Let's go, guys.
Beth wasn't found in the car with my mom. And as long as there wasn't a body, there was hope. The entire decade and a half later, my dad and I are still looking.
Well, now you know.
Well, I'm looking for my sister.
Well, at least you know.
My dad was looking for someone else entirely.
I wonder if that guy was confused, like, did you not know that happened?
Oh, I like the landing. What do you think it was?
Before the crows killed her first.
I like that shot. I like that prototype suit. Oh, using the bike. That's cool. So she's already figured out the route with the bike and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fast learner.
I think Alice is Beth.
What?
Whoa.
You just gonna drop that bomb at dinner or lunch or whatever?
That's ridiculous.
Jacob Kane is not
Your dad.
enough to protect this city because he's a quitter. And when things get difficult, he gives up.
Looking for her.
You're making this personal, Alice.
It is personal.
It is. Very.
My father gave up on me, and I want to make him
Okay.
suffer.
They just confirmed.
Confirmation.
They confirmed my theory that maybe she's not. She is.
Everything. I need that suit to stop Alice.
Yes.
My cousin figured
We
it out
need
years
to
ago. You're
change
more
it.
terrifying than your enemy.
I don't know how to use. I don't know how to use half the stuff in here because it's not meant for me. It's meant for Batman.
You know who you sound like?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Lucius Fox.
Trust me, I am a far cry from my father.
Can
Oh,
you
I
meet
know.
him?
Is this you?
She just opens it. Is this you? I mean, you can easily tell.
Yeah.
I mean. Oh, look at that. How convenient.
This is exactly what I was worried about. You put yourself directly in Alice's crosshairs and you brought her right.
They were just talking.
How did she even...
The GCPD just gave us the green light to put her down. I'm not
So you're gonna shoot your long-lost daughter.
Update on the missing rabbit from.
I need you to send a message to Alice from Kate Kane. Waffles. Get out of here.
Waffles.
Waffles? Give Alice is Beth to know what it means.
I did not mean.
Okay. That computer's live.
How did you know she was here?
Beth Elizabeth grew up here.
Oh.
It's our old house.
Sir,
Ah.
you don't think...
Of course not.
Yes.
Just trying to get in my head. It's not gonna work.
That's not creepy. Just swinging on a swing.
Are you my sister?
Yes.
Who in the world am I? No, that
Mm.
is the great puzzle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let me test your DNA before the crows kill you. I already proved it.
Did you?
I'm here. I knew the password. Waffles. Unless... Oh, dear. Did the press mention that you and Beth used to come here as part of your silly little trip?
Oh.
And did I read an old article? I know where she is.
Why are you betraying Kate though?
Found skull fragments. They declared you dead. Then why are you still here?
Mm.
If I were really your twin, wouldn't you feel something? Surely, someone will come and save me.
How did they not find her though? You know what I'm saying? It's confusing.
After I disappeared, when did you sleep through the night for the very first time?
Seems like not. It took her a long time because
I
She's
haven't
just
yet.
sitting in that chair waiting.
she hasn't yet.
Sure you have. Sit to Daddy.
Mm.
Dr. Green, let me clear shot.
Uh-oh.
Tattletale. She's your daughter. And if you kill
Come
her,
on.
you don't just lose Beth, you lose me too.
Mm.
Kate, hang on. And here I
You
thought
betrayed
it
her.
was a secret.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters. And what did you do? You don't remember why we each have to get our own waffle when we came here?
What?
Because you don't like to share. Exactly. And you are my sister, Kate. No.
Okay, what she was referencing earlier is the third sister, her. Ooh! Damn. Okay. What the hell? Well, I know that, but I'm like, what pulled him?
Alex, the leader of the Wonderlane gang, has been captured. The Crows apprehended the notorious killer minutes ago in Burnside.
I like the suit. It looks good. I have to keep saying it.
The prison transport to Arkham.
I saw her grab that tech to breathe underwater because Luke said it earlier what it was. She knows. Oh, they're shooting. Whoa.
Dang.
They're both okay. I mean, unless the show's over now.
You need to get up now.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh.
I know there's a big little suit.
I just came to apologize.
Now you tell me again how my daughter did this. She went into the house where you grew up. She
Yeah,
murdered the current owners
but
by
it's her.
slitting open their throats.
We think.
She's not... Okay, they found her.
Nope. Not true. Unless that twist where she was messing with her.
I would have seen it. I looked. Get rid of it.
What?
Melted into a paper.
What?
Destroy the masks while you're at it. You're gonna tell me everything you know about Alice.
Thought you were a bad man.
You wish.
Ooh. Damn.
Putting on that suit and all the darkness that comes with
She
it.
knows. Clearly.
Wasn't me. Besides, if I were gonna save you in a dramatic fashion, I would totally dress as Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. So they can reference Wonder Woman.
Can we go somewhere
Is that
private?
teasing she's in crisis somehow? I'm sorry, I'm just thinking
I need
about
to
the
run after
possibilities.
DNA.
Alright. The second episode. What'd you think?
That was good.
Good?
Yeah.
That's it? All you got?
That's all I got.
That's all you got. The thing I was wondering about first to second episode after the months of delay from shooting the pilot, then getting the pickup, and then going to shoot episode 2, was the cinematography going to be different? What is really going to be changed? And I didn't notice much changing. It all seemed the same. Like some of the exterior shots are clearly from when they went to Chicago for the pilot, and they're going to use those throughout the show, or at least season 1. They might change it up in season 2. Who knows if they get a season 2. prototype suit. Still really like the suit. And they started pointing out a couple of the gadgets on the wall, and specifically what they're for. And she actually used one of them for underwater, but then she gave it to Alice, her sister, which Alice was really good in this episode, I have to say. I think she did a really good job. Like playing, like manipulating Kate and saying, well, what if I just read all this stuff in the newspaper about your sister and I'm not really your sister? And they could technically still pull that. I mean, did they? I don't think they actually tested anything. No, so she realistically could not be Beth, but she probably is Beth. But that'd be a nice twist if she actually wasn't. She's playing Kate and her father this whole time, and it's all just to mess with them, which she seems to do very well. Now, I don't know if like the guy who was in the Crows, or whatever they're called, yeah, the Crows, if he was already a member of them and then she turned him to work for her, or if this was a guy that she knew and then got him into the Crows to infiltrate, but then at some point expose his true alliance. I'm not really sure on that front, but Kate is torturing him a little bit, getting information on Alice. And then, surprise, surprise, the couple of masked people, which apparently they weren't a part of Alice's Wonderland gang. The stepmom got them to attack Kate and Sophie to get the knife. So what is the stepmom's play here? What? It kind of reminds me, I don't know how far back you remember on this, but I think it was like the first episode of Arrow, the very first one. His mom was the one that hired those guys to kidnap him and Tommy to find out how much Oliver knows, or whatever. I don't know if you remember that, but it was a reveal because it was the pilot because he got out of it obviously, but he was being tortured for information because there was this whole plot with Malcolm Merlin and all that kind of stuff about the Queen's Gambit being destroyed and being basically tampered with. And so it kind of reminds me of that. The stepmom has some secrets. And I'm like, of course. Because the first episode, she's like, Batman has failed us, Gotham, or whatever. And then she's just a stepmom. But now we actually give her a purpose in the show now. She has secrets too. Is she working with Alice? I don't know. Because I don't know if she would sign off for her own daughter getting attacked by that one guy in her secret clinic. I don't think she would sign off on that happening. Because that's her only flesh and blood that we know of. So, I don't know. But they're setting something up there. Something up there. I think what's going to be interesting, because I noticed this a lot in this episode, which I understand, but there is a lot of focus in this episode about Kate and this whole thing about Beth is actually Alice and Alice is Beth, and that's basically what drove the entirety of this episode. Now, that might be because that's what the episode was focused on. The next one, we're going to kind of move past that questioning back and forth and all that kind of stuff now, because Alice knows Kate is Batwoman, or playing Batman, because she doesn't have a name yet. Everyone's still thinking it's Batman running around and crap. Luke actually did help a little bit, which is good, with basically reviving her, because she almost got found. But, so, Alice knows the truth of what Kate's doing, and no one else does, and people are already assuming, how long is it going to take for people to find out? Like, when is her stepsister going to find out? When is her dad going to find out? Because in the comics, her dad knows what she does.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think right away, but it's something that he knows, and that's kind of whatever. Predictions. How long do you think it's going to take for not anybody in particular, but just somebody besides Luke and now Alice? How long do you think it's going to take for someone to find out Kate's identity in terms of stepmom, stepsister, dad?
I feel like her stepsister will find out.
Really? You think she'll be the first one?
I think so.
Mhm.
I think it'll be a while for the dad to find out, but I think the stepsister will figure it out. And her,
She'll freak out.
but I can't say her face. Like you can still tell it's her.
Yeah,
through
because
the mask. I mean, I can't say anything because Supergirl's the same way.
but it's glasses.
without
It's
glasses.
even more apparent.
Like, so I shouldn't even say like, oh, everybody that's her
Yeah.
family should recognize her, but
Sophie
no.
Sophie questioned her immediately because like she got saved in the first episode.
she knows.
I think she kind of knows because she flipped down her computer, then pulled it back up and was like, "Is this you?"
Yeah.
Because
She knows.
she looked right at her face and saw below the nose all the way down. There's no denying.
And you can tell it's not a male. She knows it's female.
Also, too, I kind of noticed it a little bit, but when she spoke to that guy saying, "I want you to tell me all about Alice," the guy she's torturing,
Yeah.
I think she lowered her voice a slight bit, but if you're standing in like nearby and hear her talking, it sounds like Kate Kane. So she needs to get one of those things that Oliver has, the voice modulator where he would press the thing. "You have filled this city. Hi, I'm Oliver Queen." 2 different voices. So Kate needs to do that. A little bit of a voice modulator, because that's what they did in Batman vs. Superman. They revealed that Ben Affleck's Batman had a voice modulator. His voice was way lower, so that if Ben Affleck's out in public, Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck, he's talking, no one can put it together. So I think she needs to do that, because eventually when she's going to be running around Gotham all this time, taking out bad guys, probably not talking much, because you kind of don't need to. You just need to kick ass, take names. You kind of need to have something to kind of alter your voice, modulate it a little bit. Maybe they'll eventually do that when she gets the moniker of Batwoman. She didn't do that in the Elseworlds. Maybe after Elseworlds, when we do a time jump, maybe when we get to after Elseworlds time skip and we're getting close to Crisis, maybe we'll see where they'll add the modulated thing with the voice. I'm trying to think of anything else. I mean, Alice was just... I think Alice is great as a villain. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I missed in this episode? Her dad's obviously in denial. And I kind of like the flashbacks, because it shows that the dad kind of shut down and gave up.
I really enjoyed the flashbacks.
And Kate was nonstop searching. She had that huge map, too.
Like, she wasn't giving up. You could tell the dad had given up. Like, he was done looking.
Okay, last thing. Do you think Alice is Beth, the long-lost sister? Do you think she's fucking with her? Because we haven't...
I think it's her.
You think it's her?
Yeah.
I mean, she had that one line. Well, maybe I read a newspaper. Just fucking with her, you think?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, would they really put all that in a newspaper?
Maybe. I mean, it is a little girl that died in a car that fell off a bridge, and that's a pretty major story. But I don't know how detailed they would get. So that's a point, yeah.
I mean, normally they're going to say, like, who it is
and she
what
understood
happened.
the reference.
Like, they're not going to...
Waffle.
Who's going to put something about waffles in a newspaper about a girl who just died?
I would.
No, you would not.
No, I wouldn't. Okay, guys. I think we pretty much overall enjoyed it. And, yeah, we're definitely intrigued to see what we do and what they do in episode 3, not 2. 3. So, there you have it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.